Rockets. Today we're going to do a letter match activity. In this activity, we'll practice listening for the first sound in some words. These words will be items of special clothing. Then we'll decide which letter makes that sound. So we'll decide the very first letter in each word. Then we'll practice writing that letter. So if you would like to do this activity along with me, you can grab your marker board and your marker, and you can write along with me. If you don't have a marker board or a marker, you can grab a piece of paper and a pencil or a marker, a notepad, and a crayon. You could also just write with your imaginary marker in the air. That's always an option. I'm gonna count down from 10 to give you a little bit of time to go grab your marker board and your marker or your paper and your writing materials if you would like to. And if you need more time than that, you can also pause the video and come back to restart it when you're ready. 10, 9, 8. You can take this time to get your materials. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get started. The first word that we're going to decide what sound it starts with is this. What do you see a picture of? Yeah, this is something special that people wear. A police officer would wear this. This is called a badge. So we need to listen for the first sound in the word badge. Badge. Can you say it with me? Badge. What's the first sound you hear? B, b, badge. Can you bounce that sound with me? B, b, badge. Now take a look up at the letters here that we have on our wall. What letter makes the b, b, badge sound? I see. It's the letter B. B makes the b, b sound, like at the beginning of the word badge. B for badge. So now we're going to practice writing the letter B. The letter B goes down, bump, bump. It's time to pick up our markers and our marker boards and make the letter B. As we make the letter B, we can say down, bump, bump. You try. Down, bump, bump. Let's take the next 10 seconds to make as many B's as we can, or to keep practicing your first B until you get it just right. Down, bump, bump. Down, bump, bump. Down, bump, bump. Down, bump, bump. Maybe you'll take 3 more seconds to finish up your B. 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to set my board down. I'm going to erase, maybe using a cloth, an old sock, or a paper towel. All right, so we decided that B is for badge. Let's put those aside and focus on our next word. All right, here we go. Here's a special piece of clothing or something that we wear. What do we call this? Yeah, it's a helmet for a football player. Now we need to decide what letter helmet starts with. So let's listen for the first sound. Helmet. Say it with me. Helmet. Let's try to really emphasize that first sound. Helmet. Huh, huh. Can you make that sound with me? Huh, huh. Helmet. All right, let's take a look up at our wall and see. Do you see a letter that makes the helmet sound? Is it T? Helmet? No. H? Helmet. Yeah. Helmet starts with H. H makes the sound for helmet. Now we need to practice writing our letter H. The letter H goes down, down, across. If you have your marker board, now's the time. Open up your marker, pick up your marker board, and make an H. If you don't have anything to write with, then you can write it in the air. Down, down, across. Down, down, across. H is all straight lines. Let's take about 10 seconds to practice making our H. I'm gonna make as many H's as I can in 10 seconds. You can do that too, or you can practice perfecting just one H. Down, down, across. Down, down, across. Down, down, across. Down, down, across. And that's the letter H. I'm capping my marker just for a moment, erasing my board again so that I'll be ready to write the next letter. All right, let's take a look at our next special item of clothing. Do you recognize this? Who might wear one of these? A ballet dancer might. This is a tutu. What sound do you hear at the beginning of the word tutu? Tutu. Can you say it with me? Tutu. Let's bounce that first sound. T, t, tutu. T, t, tutu. What letter makes the t, t sound? Do you see it up on our wall? I see. It's the letter T. The letter T makes the t, t sound for the word t, t, tutu. Now it's time to practice making our letter T. A T goes down, across. Let's pick up our markers and our marker boards and make it together. Down, across. T's just 2 lines. I'll give you about 10 seconds to practice making as many T's as you can or making one perfect T. Down, across. Down, across. Down, across. Down, across. That's the letter T. All right, I'm setting my board down, capping my marker for just a moment, and erasing. Let's take a look at our next picture. What do you see here? It's a whistle. Who might wear a whistle? Someone who wants to get your attention. Maybe a crossing guard, maybe a PE teacher or a coach. Whistle. Let's try to decide the very first sound of the word whistle. Whistle. What sound do you hear at the beginning of that word? Whistle. W. W. Whistle. Can you bounce that with me? W. W. Whistle. What letter makes the w, w sound? Let's take a look at our letters that are left. I'll move this one up a bit. We have the letter V. Does V make the w, w sound? No, V makes the v sound. Does W make the w, w sound? Yes. W makes the w, w sound, like the sound that starts w, w, whistle. W for whistle. Now it's time to practice making a W. W goes down, up, down, up. Let's give it a try. Uncap your marker. put your marker at the top of your board and go down, up, down, up. That's a W. If you accidentally start at the bottom, you'll end up with a different letter. All right, let's practice making as many W's as we can for the next 10 seconds. Down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. That's the letter W. Makes the w sound. All right, tapping my marker one more time. Erasing. Let's take a look at our next picture. What type of special clothing do you see here? Something a construction worker might wear? Or again, maybe a crossing guard? Someone who wants to be seen would wear these bright colors. This is a vest, an orange vest. Let's listen for the first sound in the word vest. Vest. Let's really stretch it out. Vest. Vest. I hear the V sound. What letter makes the V sound? Is it V or is it C? Vest. V makes the V sound. V is for vest. Now it's time for us to practice the letter V. The letter V is sort of similar to the letter W. It goes down, up. We slant when we go down. Slant, down, up. Let's try it together. You can make one big V or lots of small V's. Slant, down, up. Let's practice for the next 10 seconds. Just slant down, up. Slant down, up. Slant down, up. Slant down, up. That's the letter V. V for vest. We have one more. Let's make sure it's a match. Erase, erase. And let's take a look. Our last special item of clothing is here. Who might wear these? Maybe a mechanic or a handyman? Maybe some other type of builder or fixer or someone who works outside. These are coveralls. What sound do you hear at the beginning of the word coveralls? Coveralls. Say it with me. Coveralls. K, k, k. Yeah, I heard the k, k, k sound. Let's see if it's a match. Does C make the k, k, k sound? Yes, C does make the k, k, k sound for coveralls. Now it's time for us to practice our C. C goes around, stop, almost like you're gonna make a circle, but don't close it up. Around, stop. Let's try it together. Around, stop. Let's take 10 seconds to practice our C. Around, stop. Around, stop. Around, stop. Around, stop. That's the letter C for coveralls. Today, we listened for the sounds at the beginning of some words. Then we practiced writing those letters. Let's take a look again at the letters that we practiced today. We practiced the letter C, which makes the k sound, like at the beginning of the word coveralls. We practiced the letter V, which makes the V sound, like at the beginning of the word vest. Vest. We practiced the letter W, which, don't get tricked, it does not make the W sound. It makes the w sound, like at the beginning of the word whistle. Whistle. W went down, up, up. We practiced the letter T, like at the beginning of the word tutu. T makes the t sound and goes down across. We practice the letter H, which makes the sound, like at the beginning of the word helmet. Helmet. We wrote H. H goes down, down, across. And we practice the letter B, like at the beginning of the word badge. Badge. B went down, bump, bump. So today we did some letter sound practice, but also some letter writing practice. You can do this around your house, practicing the first letters of the words that you see. You can write the letters of your family members' names. You can also write letters that you see in books. I hope you had fun practicing letter sounds and writing them with me, and I will see you for our next activity next time. Bye, Rockets!